Binti Abdul Aziz, and I will talk about consumer credit. Consumer credit have two types, which is loan and open account credit. Alright, we go to the first thing is loan. Okay, loan is type of debit, redistribution of financial asset over time, and borrower initially receive or borrow an amount of money. Alright, in loan we have three types, which is personal loan, car loan, and education loan. Okay, first is personal loan. Personal loan have a loan meant for any purpose, not specifically defined. And personal loan have two types, which is secure personal loan and unsecured personal loan. Secure personal loan is backed by collateral. Okay, and maybe a home, boat, a car, or another financial asset. And unsecured personal loan is usually based on general, and lender will charge a higher interest rate because of the additional risk. Okay, the second thing is car loan. Car loan is taken by borrower to finance the purchase of new or used car, and secured by the car purchase, in which interest charge is quoted on monthly rest of the plate basis. And last is education loan. Education loan have is monetary assistance such as funding and rewards, and repayment period of such loan mostly depends of lender. And they have three types, which is undergraduate loan, graduate loan, postgraduate loan. Alright, the second thing is open account credit. Okay, open account credit has three things, which is charge card, debit card, and credit card. Okay, the first is charge card. Charge card enable to card holder to make purchase, and credit card that require you to pay your balance in full. Some charge card don't have a present credit card, and so spending limit for your charge card. And debit card is plastic payment card that can be used instead of cash when making purchase. And some card may carry a store value which is a payment is made. And last is credit card. Credit card is a revolving balance that you can pay off over a period of time, set limit time that's established, and available for a variety of credit histories. And the last thing is credit card computation. In this credit card computation, they have three things: preset spending limits, payment, and benefit offer. Alright, we go to the first, which is preset spending limits. Okay, in charge card don't have preset spending limit, but in credit card less flexible spending limits. In payment, charge card may be balanced in full each month, and credit card charge late fees, and these fees may be higher. Alright, and the last thing is benefit offer. In charge card typically have hefty annual fees and top-notch perk, but in card credit, not all perk can be used credit card. So that's all from me.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Ida Noaim bin Muhammad Hanif, and to continue with the presentation, let's go into the investment planning. So first we need to know what is investment. So investment is an action or process for investing money for profit. So let's see the basic of investment. So we need to know about what are the steps on preparing for an investment program. The first one is to establish investment goals, then performing financial checkups such as work to balance your budget and start an emergency fund. So this is the preparation. While lastly, getting the money needed for the investment. So now this is the factor affecting choice of investment, which is the reward and risk for investment that we need to know, such as safety and risk. Safety meaning the minimal risk of loss, so investment can be observed from the safest to the very risky. So the risk-return trade-off, which meaning the higher the risk, the higher the return, and vice versa. We also need to know about the components of risk factor, which are the inflation risk, interest rate risk, business failure risk, market risk, and lastly the global investment risk. We also need to factor the investment income, The safest investment will bring the higher potential income investments. Next, factor in the investment growth, seeking an investment that will increase in value. And last but not least, the investment liquidity, which is the ability to buy or sell an investment quickly without affecting the investment value. There are some importance of investment planning that we need to know. The first one is the savings will increase. The profit from the investment can be put into our saving, hence increase the amount of savings. Next, the individual can be financially secure due to the passive income that the investment generate. Not to forget an increase in financial knowledge when making an investment plan. Due to required knowledge in making those plans, ones need fully indulge themselves in the knowledge, and this will help them in understand finance in better way. Lastly, for the importance of investment, individual can reach financial goals easily. This is because by investing our money, the money will go to work to multiply themselves without us need to do the hard work. So for the types of investment, first is the saving account used to save money and get the interest. Consists of 3 types, which are individual, joint, and for associations. Fixed deposits, an investment instrument that banks offer to the customers. People will invest money for a fixed period at a predetermined rate of interest. Shares, which are created by company to raise capital. Investor can be the owner for the company when they buy the stocks and will get the dividend. We can call them as shareholders. Next is bond, which is the certificate of debt that issued by a corporation to finance the company's long-term asset. Residential home and residential properties, where the investor will buy home or land and rent it out to gain the profit. And lastly, the unit trust, or known as managed trust, where we will put our money and let the firm invest our money for us. They will handle everything and we will get the dividend. For instance, like ASP. I think these are all from me. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Nur Syaifah binti Muhammad Saleh. Today I want to present about retirement planning. Retirement planning is the process of determining retirement income goals as well as actions and decisions required to meet those goals. Retirement plan entails is identify source of income, estimate expenses, putting a saving plan in a place, and managing asset and risk. Future cash flow are estimated to determine whether or not retirement income goals as well will be met. Next, I will tell you guys about retirement plans. First is Healthy Saving Account or HSA. HSA is a tax advantage saving account designed to help people who have a high deductible healthy plans. Second is Simple IRA. This retirement plan is set up by employer who has required to contribute on employee's behalf, although employees are not required to contribute. Third is IRA. IRA allow you to make a tax-deferred investment to prove financial security when you are retired. Fourth is 401k plans. This plan is a type of work retirement plans offered to employees of a company. And last but not least is Solo 401k. This is estimated a 1% plan for self-employed individual or business owner with no employees, in which you are employer and the employee. Next, I will tell you guys about importance of retirement planning. First is the average life expectancy is increased. Second, you cannot work forever. Third is you would not worry about bringing burdens to your kids. 4. Your future financial challenge may be greater than those of your past or present. And last but not least is retirement is the best time to cross things off your bucket list. About starting retirement. If statistics are right, by 2020, 3.5 million Malaysians or 9.9% of Malaysia population will be over 60 years of age. That means almost 1 in 10 person will be in retirement age. 5 key retirement plan steps. First is understanding your time horizon. Second, determine retirement spend needs. Third, calculate after tax rate of investment returns. Fourth, assess risk tolerance versus investment goals. Last, stay on top of estate plan. Last, in retirement planning is risk of retirement income planning. First is earn capacity has been reduced. Second, clearly visible spend risk stands. Third, increased investment risk. Fourth, unknown life expectancy. And 5, deteriorations of cognitive abilities.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Shukri, and now let's continue with our presentation with the topic estate planning. What to do with the properties after owner's death. It is the process of creating a plan to distribute the assets after the owner's death. This is to make sure we can avoid the assets to be ignored or undistributed to the family of the deceased, and the other one is to avoid injustice on claiming the assets. The potential problems regarding estate planning are additional transfer costs, not enough assets to be distributed from various income sources, not properly distributed, and any other related problems. And now, let's talk about estate planning process. This process is to make sure every data of the deceased family and his or her properties are distributed properly. The process are, the first one is assess the family situation and set estate planning goals. Second one, gather comprehensive and accurate data. 3. List all the assets and determine the value of your assets. 4. Designate the beneficiaries of your estate assets. 5. Estimate estate transfer cost. 6. Formulate and implement your plan. And finally, 7th step, review and revise the plan as necessary. And finally, the estate planning instrument that consists of will and faraid. We will take a look at the difference between the two instruments. First, will is a declaration of properties that follows conventional law, while in the other hand, faraid is a law of inheritance that follows Islamic law. Other than that, will can be applied to every citizen, while faraid can only be applied to Muslims. Next, will has no restrictions on distribution of properties, while faraid, one of the 3 of the properties must be donated to non-beneficiaries such as Baitul Mal, and the balance will be distributed to the deceased family members. And finally, will has no specific ratios to distribute the properties, while faraid has a specific ratio for a specific family member. So to conclude between these two instruments, between will and faraid, there are no big differences, but the only differences is will is only based on conventional law, while faraid is following Islamic law. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So before I start with the presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Nurdina Witusudin and I will present about future financial challenges. So without further ado, let's get started. First challenges, which is the expenses exceed income. Expenditure does not correspond to income capability, so we will suffer a long and short-term debt where we do not know when we are able to pay the debt. For the carry credit card balance, we will be charged for the accrued balance with high interest fees, so we need to make sure our income is able to pay credit card balance in order to avoid the high interest fees. We also may face a missing emergency fund, difficulty facing emergency situations such as lost income, car breakdown, and unforeseen events, so we did not have any fund for this kind of situations. We may also face unexpected costs such as having a new baby, which we need to pay for medical expenses, diapers, and also meat. So we need to plan ahead and start saving to be prepared. For our retirement saving, we need to secure our future with building retirement fund planning. So we may seek for an advice from financial planner. And last but not least is financial stress and overwhelm. Failure in managing our financial occurs stress. So how to overcome
we may find a financial related educational article which will help us a lot in reducing our stress. So what is the importance of financial management? First of all, it is important to ensure effective utilization of funds, whether to spend for needs or even wants. It also helps to manage the flow of internal costs for our such as raw materials. It also helps to earn more profit and avoid to suffer losses. It also helps to maintain liquidity, which involves trade-off between the assets and how quick we can sell the asset. Allocating miscellaneous importance because it helps us to control over our budget, and financial management is important to distribute our profits or surplus in order to know our current situation of financial and to plan ahead for our financial. So how to overcome financial challenges in future? First of all, we may create a budget before spending so we know what is the wants and what is the needs. Especially during this pandemic COVID-19 with the movement control order, we have limited income, so we need to think twice before we spend on something. We may also create a financial goal, such as we want to make 15,000 net profit for our organization in a year. So that is the goal that we want to achieve. So this kind of strategy helps us a lot for our financial management. We may also simplify our lifestyle, such as we avoid buying luxurious items such as luxury car. So we just focus on the items that is important for us to continue our life. We may also use cash instead of using credit card because we will not be charged for any fees of using cash. So it is different with using credit card, which we will be charged for a fee by using credit card. We may also generate extra income for us to be prepared for example, the emergency situation and also for unexpected costs such as the having babies. And last but not least is start saving. Start saving means maybe we may spend amount around 10% of our income for our saving in order to secure our financial in future. Thank you.